Beyond Belief, True Story of Faith, Denial and Betrayal. Written by Margôt Tesch. Narrated by Margôt Tesch. Produced by Duncan Cox. Copyright 2016 by Margôt Tesch.
ISBN 978-09924675448.
Why you should read this book. This book demonstrates the courage needed at times to be open to the truth, even when everything within you does not want to believe it. This story highlights the risk of our capacity to deny truth when we hold on to our beliefs too passionately. It may even help you understand some of the choices you may have taken in your own life. This narrative provides deep insights into the motivation people have in wanting to immerse themselves within an ideology, cult, or religion. Perhaps you have been involved in one yourself, or know someone who is, or perhaps you enjoy reading well-written true stories. Either way, this book is for you. Why I wrote this book. Life writing is one way to transport yourself back in time, to try to make sense of decisions made at a point in time. I wanted to understand why I had kept so many secrets, protecting powerful people, when their behaviours were in direct contradiction to the ideology I was embracing. It was important for me to do this with raw honesty. Why had I denied the truth when it was staring me in the face? How is this possible? Such ideas intrigued me. I uncovered many truths about myself in the process of writing this work. My approach to telling my story, written as a narrative in the first person, enables my readers to take this journey with me in a fast-paced, easy-to-read style. I've changed the names of characters, organisations, and some of the places. Some of the characters have been blended and timelines compressed to aid the storytelling. However, I've worked hard to remain true to my memories, as trustworthy as they can be over time. This work is a journey through the late 1970s and early 1980s. Acknowledgements. I would like to thank Rachel Hoff, my editor, and my daughter Zoe for their feedback in creating this second edition. Everyone's contribution helped make Beyond Belief the experience of a lifetime, both in the living and in the telling. Chapter 1. Brisbane, October 1976. I paused at the door. The service had already started. The music was loud and pounded my eardrums like a rock band. The crowd was large too, larger than I anticipated. This was not a small church. Robert stopped and turned back when he realised I was no longer beside him. "Come on," he said. "It's okay." I wanted to go in, to follow him, but as I stood at the door, it seemed as though I was standing on a threshold. Was this the right thing to do? Though I wouldn't admit it to Robert, I felt frightened. Fear had been my friend until now, goading me, driving me to try new things, new experiences. But could I still trust myself? Should I take this step? "I'll come in a minute," I called to him, but turned away from the door and sat down on a bench seat outside nearby. I closed my eyes, trying to still my internal churn. Sweat soon broke out on the back of my neck, under my long hair. Usually I enjoyed sitting in the full sun, but today was particularly hot. As I lifted my hair to allow some cool air underneath, it reminded me of another day, another very hot day, 2 years earlier. November 1974. It was hot. I lifted my hair to allow some cool air on the back of my neck. Kat and I stood on the side of the highway with our thumbs out. We were just outside Brisbane on the way to the Gold Coast where Don had dropped us off, ready to start our new adventure. We tried to sit on our large suitcases, but they were unsteady on the gravel. This was harder work than I imagined. Our suitcases were difficult to lug round. I hoped we didn't have to walk far with them. It was the start of our new life. We'd broken away from our parental bonds. At 17, we were free agents to do as we pleased. I shielded my eyes from the hot sun as I looked up to watch the oncoming traffic, hopeful to see someone slow down to give us a lift. My throat was dry, but we had nothing to drink. We hadn't thought about that. Kat held up our crude sign saying Sydney, scrawled on the back of a cereal box. I worried the size of our suitcases might deter motorists. Escaping to Sydney was my ticket to freedom. No oldies around to tell me what to do anymore. I would be amidst the excitement and adrenaline of the big city. I couldn't wait to see the
Sample complete. Ready to continue?